Between faith and reason. There are moments in life when faith and reason seem to walk in opposite directions. And there are stories that can only be understood when lived in the silence of the soul. The story of Abraham and Isaac is one of them, a profound confrontation between what the mind understands and what the heart believes. Imagine Abraham walking alongside the son he waited for decades. A boy who was promise, laughter, the future. But now, in that silent dawn, Abraham walks with a broken heart. Reason screams within him, "How can I sacrifice the son I waited for my whole life? How can I give up my own miracle?" But faith answers in a firm whisper, "Keep going. Climb the mountain. Trust, even without understanding." Isaac carries the firewood. He is so innocent, so pure, and he doesn't realize that he also carries the weight of his father's silence. With each step, the conflict intensifies. Reason wants to make Abraham turn back. Faith makes him move forward, until the boy asks, "Father, where is the lamb for the sacrifice?" This question pierced Abraham's soul like an arrow. It was the question he feared most. But without letting reason dominate, faith answered for him, "God will provide." At the top of the mountain, the wind seemed to hold his breath. Abraham prepared the altar, bound his son, and his eyes filled with tears. There, at that moment, faith and reason waged the most intense battle of his life. Reason pleaded, "Stop." Faith insisted, "Obey." And Abraham raised the knife, even with a broken heart. Because sometimes, obeying God hurts. Sometimes, trusting requires us to place on the altar what we love most. But before the blade descended, the sky broke the silence. "Abraham, do not touch the boy." God's voice pierced the mountain like light in the darkness. And there, at that moment, faith and reason ceased to be enemies. Faith had been tested, and reason finally understood. The lamb was there. It had always been there. God has never failed. He is never late. He never asks for something to destroy, but to reveal what we truly hold in our hearts. This story reminds us that faith climbs mountains that reason cannot understand. That faith continues when logic tells us to give up. That faith obeys even while weeping. And that God, in the end, always brings the lamb, at the right time, at the exact moment, when the surrender is genuine. Between faith and reason there is a place where God asks us, "Do you trust me above all else?" Abraham answered yes. And that is why, even today, his story echoes as an invitation to believe beyond logic, to walk beyond fears, and to trust, even when the sky seems silent. Because when faith is true, God always writes an ending that reason could never foresee.